Hello everyone, it's me Clayton. I just finished watching Encanto, the latest Disney animated film. Actually, it's the 60th overall. And with help from Lin-Manuel Miranda, and with a story that blends musical wonder with a touching story of family, it's definitely a film that came out at the exact right time during Thanksgiving. But let's get to the story, shall we? The story revolves around a Colombian family known as the Madrigals, who have this magic candle and a house that's living. Basically, every single member of the Madrigal family has some kind of supernatural gift that helps them benefit themselves and the community of people who rely on them. One of them's super strong, one of them can create flowers everywhere, one of them can talk to animals, but one of the members of the family, Mirabelle, our main character, doesn't have any special abilities. And when she finds that the house is crumbling and when everyone's gifts are going away, she has to find out what's going wrong, how she can fix the magic, and see what her true role in the family really is. But that's all I'll say about the story. One of the things that I really loved about this movie is definitely the fact that it is a musical and therefore it uses a lot of catchy songs to move the plot forward. And in true Disney fashion, a lot of the songs are very catchy and very well choreographed when it comes to the animated sequences involving them. I especially loved most of the character specific songs, like Louisa's song about having to lift too much and the constant pressure she faces, or Isabella's song of always having to feel perfect and not being allowed to just cut loose every now and then. Not only do these songs fit the characters' personalities and their struggles of what they're going through, but they managed to have Lin-Manuel Miranda's typical strengths of well-constructed lyrics, a catchy beat, and a chorus that you'll never get out of your head. On top of that, the animation, as expected from Disney, is excellent, and I think a lot of that has to do with how colorful it is, how interesting the character designs are. I think this is the first time I've seen a brawny female character from Disney who actually looks brawny and and yet also rather cute in a way, in Lisa. But I also really like pretty much all the characters' design, from Abuela to Mirabelle to Antonio to Bruno. Every one of them has a design that fits them and also happens to fit the tone the movie is trying to set. I also appreciate that this is a film that doesn't feel like it needs to have a straight up villain. I know Disney villains haven't exactly been as good as they were in their golden era, but sometimes films like this don't need a villain. They can just have these characters who are flawed individuals who try to be less flawed and try to have development as the film goes on. So I appreciate that this film, while it technically does have an antagonist, it doesn't have a villain, so to speak. Where even some of the more abrasive characters have reasons for how they act the way they do and still have good intentions deep down. I like that kind of writing, and that kind of attention to detail is all over this film. Heck, there was even a great animated special about two raccoons that plays before the film starts. And while I don't market around the best shorts that Disney's done, it's brief, it's cute, and it does set the tone that it should go for before this film starts. So I consider that a nice little bonus to go along with this film. But on top of all the other strengths the film has, another thing that I really liked is the sense of community the film has. Of course, Thanksgiving is all about getting with your family and having having a meal together, and just being thankful that you're all there. And honestly, this film feels perfect for the Thanksgiving season, even though it's not about it. It certainly has a strong themes of family, what people do in order to keep a family together, and how toxicity can form if a family goes down a certain path. Kind of reminds me of Fruits Basket in a way, but with less abuse and more just desperation to keep everything together. And Mirabelle and Abuela's stories definitely follow that, and I appreciate that that's what they went for. Granted, the film does feel like Granted, the film doesn't feel as epic or as huge in scope as some of the other Disney films, but I don't think that's ever what it was trying to go for. It's more of a smaller scale story that knows what it is, knows what it wants to be, and sticks with it. And manages to stick around to keep you entertained for its entire 1 hour and 49-minute runtime. And that's why I love it so much, why I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10, and say it's a film that you cannot miss. See you next time.